This is a 2025 Toyota Crown. It's one of many cars here on display at the 2024 Cleveland Auto Show. I'm Darren Walker, and this is Auto Atlantica. So the Kia Sportage made its debut a couple of years ago at the show in a pre-production form. What's interesting about the new North American version is that they have distinguished it from the European version by making it solely a long wheelbase only for North America. That actually adds about 6 inches to the length of the car and about 3 inches of rear legroom. This one has a direct injection 2.5 litre straight 4. So Kia has a new Niro EV, its latest generation, uses a 65 kilowatt hour battery. Very interesting sort of Volvo-esque styling now on the Niro. Continues to be one of the best value EVs you can buy in the US. Just want to see what its range is. This is the Wave version. 253 mile range, which is enough for most people. So this is Kia's new EV9, and I have to say this looks fantastic in person. I wasn't so keen on it in pictures, but it just looks incredible. This has a 270 mile range from a 100 kilowatt hour battery. As you'd expect from Kia, it is beautifully appointed, nicely built. The accent lighting in this mauve is lovely, and I'm sure you can set it to whatever color you want. Yeah, terrific car and a great addition to the existing EV6, which they've updated this year with a new Tesla style navigation system and route planning system. The styling of the Sorento is all new for 2025. So it's got these very bold lines, as you can see. And the rear styling that resembles the larger Telluride, especially those rear lights. Again, another example of Kia making some very, very attractive SUVs indeed, some of the most attractive on the market. So Hyundai's Ioniq 6 and previous Ioniq 5 are still big sellers in the EV game, but new to the market, all new, is this Santa Fe. The Santa Fe represents a radical departure from the previous model. Very polarizing styling, I think. Very Defender-esque. The H-bar lights are absolutely fantastic, and they are replicated at the back with the tail lights. Let me just show you that real quick. You can just make the H sort of bar out at the back. I really like this car. It's got a 2.5 turbocharged straight 4 direct injection. Is Beautifully laid out inside. Hoping to get my hands on one of these for a full review in the not too distant future. One of my favourite unibody pickup trucks is the Hyundai Santa Cruz. Essentially, it's a pickup truck version of the Tucson. It's got a very, very clever integrated bed system, which is obviously lined, and it's got okay, I'm not going to mess with that. it's got a bed top that is all integrated, and you can actually fold down the rear seats as well for longer loads. I think it's a lovely vehicle. It's been around a couple of years now, but I still think it's fantastic. 2.5 direct injection 4-cylinder engine. So Volkswagen here, continuing well into its 45th year now with the Jetta GLI, basically the sporty version, same as the Golf, got the same engine as the Golf GTI in it. It's not quite the tour de force that it once was, but it is great to see Jettas still being made. The Golf, of course, is only available here as a GTI now and as an R. There are no other models of it that are offered. So, all new to Cleveland is the ID Buzz. Finally, after all these years and various iterations of electric buses, it's here in North America. This will go on sale in a few months. This is actually, looks like a European model, but the North American model does go on sale in a few months' time. I'm hoping that we can get to test drive one. So if you're the age that I was a few million decades ago, this will probably be one of your favourite cars here. It is, of course, the ubiquitous Volkswagen Golf GTI. In the 8th generation that this car is, the only available versions in the United States are the GTI and the R. There are no other base versions of the Golf at all. It's fully up to date now for the mid-2020s. Those seats look especially resplendent. I do like those, but yeah. The last one that I drove was actually a 7th generation car in Autobahn trim, which was the top trim. I was very impressed with it, although it didn't feel as raw as GTI's used to. It's very much a grown-up machine now. Now, when I was last here in 2022, I was pretty upset by the sheer number of Atlases and Atlas Sports, 22 in total, that were on display because they couldn't fill it with anything else. Now it's a much more balanced. So we've got several Taos models, for instance. We've got these two Atlas Sports here, and we've got an Atlas, full-size Atlas on the stand there, and that's pretty much it. It's just a lot better in general this year, and there's a Taos right there. So we've got VW's ID4, which is the only electric car for sale in the US that VW offers right now. So Audi's Q4 and Q8 are really the staples in the US market for the company now. This is an S-Line model. Very, very attractive, I think, the Q4 is. This is the SQ5. It's powered by the 3-litre TFSI engine. The Q5, the Q4, which this is the more compact one. This is the larger Q8. This has got the e-tron motor in it with a 114 kilowatt hour battery. It's not open, sadly. I want to see what how is this Q4. This might be an e-tron. It is an e-tron. It's an e-tron Quattro. This has got the 82 kilowatt hour battery. And then here's the S5. There is an e-tron which isn't here this year. With the again same 3-litre TFSI V6 engine. I'm not going to spend much time at the Mercedes stand because now that I'm hoping to feature some cars at Fred Martin that have a Mercedes dealership. I'm hoping to look at these in a bit more detail. We've basically got a C-Class here, an E-Class. We've got the GLA, which I think this is. There's a GLB back there, and the GLA. Yes, is the GLA. I don't see any of their EVs here. This is a GLB. They're just moving these cars into position now, so I'm going to stay out of their way. That's the GLE. There's a larger GL back there. Quite a minimalist. This has got to be a dealer display. And there's an S-Class 580. Just look at this. Quilted seats in Mercedes. You can see that they're gunning for Bentley. BMW's latest EV is this i5. This is the M60 all-wheel drive. This is priced from about $85,000. Now, BMW basically made this look like the regular the 5 Series, which is the mantra I feel that they should have done with the I Series to begin with. Let's see if we can have a look inside. No, it is locked. Various touchscreens, but it's a lot more conventional. I know that there's been some negative press with regards to some of these controls on this car. It's a bit too toy-like, which is not what you want from a sporting BMW. It's at 84,100, which for what you're getting in this car, it's got a power output of about 600 horsepower. It's an 81 kilowatt hour high voltage lithium ion pack. Yeah, it's a compelling car. Now, I think that the BMW X2 is such an overlooked small crossover because it's got beautiful coupe-like styling, and it's always, I like the old one when it had the badge on the D-pillar there. This one doesn't have that, this new one. This is the M35i version, but it's a gorgeous looking little SUV. This starts at around 51,000, so actually not too bad at all for the M series car. So the regular X2 will be cheaper than this. Yeah, but it's just a beautiful looking car. Again, you got the standard touchscreen that goes all the way across, very similar to GM's. But very, very underrated car, I think, the X2. I've always liked them. I like the old version, I like this one too. And here is the 7 Series. This is a 760 Xi. This is the top specs of 2023, $116,000. Just look at that grille. Monstrous. But an absolute world away from my E38. But the size of it now, they just got bigger and bigger and bigger. The 5 Series is now the same size as the old 7 Series. Alfa Romeo. Let's have a look. This stands very small, so we can have a look around all of these. This is a Tonale. This is the latest small SUV, which is the sister to the Dodge Hornet. The Giulia carries on pretty much unchanged. This is a Veloce model. And likewise, we've got a Stelvio over here. This is the TI. And there's a Stelvio Quadrifoglio, top of the line. It's probably, yeah, it's locked, so we can't see inside. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up with Lexus. This is a GX80 and there's a GX70 next door. Again, these have just got small stands, so we're just going to quickly look around, all of these. That is the G70 sedan, I think. Correct, it's a G80. That is a G80. There's a G. Not is that just another G80? There's the G70. The G70 they updated last year, or rather 2 years ago now, to give it the family look. Which, yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to make of the razor blade grille to begin with, but I do like it. And this is the largest one. This is the G90. Absolutely stunningly beautiful car.